Yes.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. This is LABRISH Live, where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows from a Black perspective. And at the moment, we are talking about Love is Blind Season 8. We are. For those that don't know, I'm all things Sugar and Sade. Hi. And I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Yes. And as you guys are coming in, make sure you put that like button. Do it now, right now. Especially you guys, replay gang. Nana, what else do they need to do if they want to get closer to us?
Okay, people, what you need to do is sign up to our YouTube membership. It costs just $1.99 to support us and $4.99 to become a member of our family. Now, some of you may have become members because we got 15 gifted to us on Sunday as well.
Ooh, so lovely.
Proverbs gifted 15 members. So that is amazing. I will be dropping the link in the chat in a second. So please sign up. We're back on the road to 200 again, and it really does support us. Thank you so much, people.
Oh, love that. Oh, yeah. Proverbs, it's been a minute.
I know.
Wow. Hope she's okay. Make sure you sign up, man, as soon as possible. Oh yes, we got some moderators in the place as well. I love this so much. Who's here? Oh, actually, you can say who's here.
Okay. I'm scrolling back up. Okay, so Gilda came in bright and early. Hello, Gilda. Judy B is in the house. Yvonne, moderator Yvonne, is in the house as well. Sleep for Peace is with us. Joe, Simmer, hello. Another moderator is in the house. And we have Will Smith as well. And Saf is in the house. Kim, Sora is with us too. AJ, Bardi Gang, moderator, is in the house as well. Hello, everybody. Come and say hello.
I love that.
Instagram is with us as well. And Facebook. We are live on Facebook.
Yes. Hey, Facebook. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has.
It's been a while. I have to log in, every time you know what the annoying thing is, that every time I log in, I just get messages from family members that I'm avoiding.
Oh.
I'm hiding. I don't care. I'm hiding. They know I'm hiding as well. How's it been? How's your weekend? What did you get up to?
We had a chilled weekend. We were in did some shopping. The boys needed some new clothes, so we took them shopping individually, so they had parent time. Yes, it's nice to do that from time to time. And we watched they have watched this before, Marvel's Spider-Man, the one that's now being released onto Netflix. I can't remember what it was called.
On Netflix?
Maybe it's the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man.
Okay,
I didn't have to watch it. That's with it. I had it. Yes. Oh, so we watched that. I was okay. I mean, it kept my attention. I didn't sleep, so I participated.
Well, that's a bonus, isn't it? You didn't fall asleep.
Yes. Yes.
I love that. It's so cool.
What was you up to?
You know what? Now I asked the question, I'm thinking, what did I do? What did I actually do? I know I didn't even edit over the weekend because I got my editing early for my vlog, so I didn't even do that. Oh, yeah, I'm surprising myself. Honestly, I'm surprising myself. Like I think I can do the edit in a day now, which is really, really good for me. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I'm very happy about that. What the hell? So I'm literally gonna just look at my calendar real quick. I don't know what I've done. I have no freaking idea. I have no clue. Did I do well? Nah.
You in?
I was on the phone. I know I had a couple phone calls, but I don't actually remember what I'd done. Yeah. I guess this is a sign of Perry. Got time missing. It'll come back to me. But it is my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday!
So yeah.
Is this the brother I've met?
Yes.
Your younger one.
Yeah, the youngest, our youngest on our dad's side. Yeah. His birthday today. He's fasting though, so do you know what I mean? he'll have all his favorite foods when he breaks his fast. But yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
should be
okay.
having a good day. Chill. Brother Salami, thank you for I'll let him know. Oh, thank you, Zora. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just really proud of him in general. I don't know, like, like well, actually, I'm not a parent. I can have favorites. He's my favorite brother. I can say it.
I guess
He's my favorite,
I guess
man.
you can do that with siblings, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that controversial?
Is it? It depends.
I think it's fine to say.
Yeah. But you haven't said, so it's not fine for you.
I'm trying to think. All right, so if one of my siblings, no, I wouldn't like it. Actually, I'm lying. Because if my brother said my sister was his favorite, that's out. No, no. It's not okay to say that. It's not.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Too bad. See, my brother he's so what do you call it? He's just such a better human than I am. Like, just in general, he just does life, but he's just a better participant in this experience. Yeah. But so he would never say. Do you know what I mean? He would never. But we know the truth. We know.
Do you think you're the favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can even imagine him now. He would just be smiling and be like, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be hurt.
Would you hurt? Well, that's no. Would I? No, really. If he outright said that I'm not his favorite, and he literally picked. If he picked, nah, absolutely not. We would have war. Exactly. But if like my sister said, someone else, okay, cool, same. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't.
It depends on the sibling, because I wouldn't really care if my eldest brother said. I would expect him to say that sibling down is his favorite because they are the closest. Mm-hmm. But from the freeborn here, nobody can say who's their favorite. It's all equal. Serious? Yeah, you can't say no, because I would cry. I can't even lie.
Cry? No, but no, what am I talking about? Yeah, I would cry. I would cry. I'll be ugly tears. I'll be angry, crying. Like, what do you mean?
Precisely. It would turn into something. Thinking about it, it would blatantly turn into something. It's like nobody actually needs to say.
It would. But we know the truth. Thank you to everybody that said happy birthday to him. I will let him know. Because I know. Seriously. Sim said, if my nieces and nephews didn't call me their favorite, I'll be her. I'm their favorite auntie. You know what? I used to be like that. For some of my nieces and nephews, I'm their only aunties. So there's that. Like, I have to be your favorite.
So by default.
Yeah, have a choice. Yeah,
I have a feeling, don't try it before my brother is watching this. He said you don't care about your oldest brother. I do. I just know I'm not his favorite. I can be his favorite youngest sister because that's my favorite. And he could say something like that, but I know truly my other sister is his fave. Right. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that with my older sibling. I don't think I'm their favorite. I'm just too. First of all, I'm definitely too Western, and I can be confrontational. That's not really. That's not a trait that is treasured in my community. Like my, do you know what I mean? Home and stuff. It's not confrontational. Is not the one. Mm-mm. Oh, Saf said cries in only child. Oh, babe.
I can't even lie. I feel for you guys. It's different. Mm-hmm. Different experience.
Yeah. Now let's talk favorite children. Oh, you guys go ahead. Who's your favorite child?
don't absolutely do not have one. They are. I love them the same. We go
every day. Every day, do you love them the same?
The foundational love is the same. The friendship swings and roundabouts.
Okay. That's a very diplomatic way to answer that. Well done. You can't. I don't even know, man. You can't even. how do you even mask that? Like, we're not good at people in do you know what I mean? Like, like hiding that, you know? Yeah, that would be a difficult task.
You just
difficult task.
When one is being annoying,
like,
you kind of just got to rise above it.
So
that they don't feel like, oh, you're preferring the other. And especially, I think it would be easier if there was more children, but with just two, it's too binary. So it's like you kind of just have to try and be measured in the of one, which is hard. It's hard. I fail all the time. All the time. And then I have to, sometimes you've got to apologize. I wasn't very fair because of last week when you did da. So yeah.
No, I feel it. Oh my God.
Joe, what the hell? That is a lot of people. Actually, you got a lot of siblings as well, though.
Yeah, I've got 19 altogether, but half in step and stuff. There's a lot of us. There really is. But obviously, don't know. Definitely not in the favorite books for all of them at all. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. Shall we get into it? We are talking about Love is Blind season 8, episode 13 and 14. Episode 13 was the marriages or not marriages. What did you think about the episode? Let's start there.
It was a good one word. There's only dry. It was dry.
Yeah, it was a hard watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard watch. This whole season's been a hard watch, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you know what? We should get some sort of prize for sticking with it. To be honest, because it's been one of the worst, has it not?
Yeah. People should thank us by signing up to the membership.
Yeah,
and the amount of folks that have not been watching but have been watching our reviews to just be kept in the loop. Yes, some money, because we stuck with it. That is a lot of hours.
Yeah, it is.
The wedding episode was over an hour and a half.
It was 1 hour 47, and when I saw that, I was so vexed. I was just like, no, this is wrong.
It was wrong. It was out of order. It was literally 50 minutes too long. It could have been about 50 minutes long, like, and that would have been okay. But no. I was like, what are we watching? And it weren't even like dramatic. We've had really dramatic weddings where the person has run off and cried. Why are you doing this? We didn't even get that.
No. Everything about, what, I can't lie. Oh, don't hate me, but I'm sure some Americans feel the same, but it hasn't inspired me to go to this place where they're from at all. Like, yeah, it just hasn't inspired me at all. I was just like, is this what you've got to offer? Like, no. Don't want to go, don't want to pass through, not interested. Like, it was bad. It's really, really bad. And like, I just don't know, like, what I was trying to think, like, what's the UK equivalent to this? But it's just like, it's dryness. It's just like, what's a dry area? I don't even know.
It's gonna be like the suburbsy types of places, like maybe Herefordshire.
We gotta see that.
Look at this. Thank you, Sora.
Thank you, Sora. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Seriously. And that's why Sora's a student as well, Imagine. Come and look at your peers. Seriously. Thank you, Sora. That's very kind. Appreciate it.
What did Will Smith say? He says Minnesota feels like the Croydon of America. Croydon's black, man.
Nah, yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot going on in Croydon. There's there's drama, a bit of excitement. You know what I mean? Like danger. Your cortisol levels are gonna go up and down with your in Croydon. This place, no. Like, I was gonna say, like, I was gonna say like Milton Keynes, but like I just don't know if it's even that, because Milton Keynes is actually quite nice. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just think no, it was
No,
dry.
I think somewhere up north, or even somewhere in Scotland. It was really just giving very white and dry.
Yeah.
That's all I was getting.
No person. You know what? It may be like a bit like Reading. Do you think? Just general.
Reading's kind of city-ish, and again, there's like, there's bear.
Yeah.
Joe
said
York. That's
York.
Because I'm thinking Hereford. Like, York. It's York.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. Love that. Yeah. It's York.
Well done, Cher.
Yeah. Not Bracknell.
Where the hell is Bracknell?
Bracknell's near Reading. One of my exes lived in Bracknell.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Near Ascot as well, I think. No, Reading ain't dry. You don't think so? Okay.
No, Reading isn't dry. It's not. Actually, I've gone out in Reading a couple of times. But York, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this episode 13, the wedding episode, we basically started on the picking up from the cliffhanger where Sarah is about to be asked whether she wants to marry Ben, and Sarah basically just says, I can't do it. I want to be with someone who's on the same wavelength with me. And she said, like, she still loves him. She cares about him so much. And he was just like, well, you know, I want to stay with you if you'll let me. She says, we'll see.
Now, from Ben's response, was he truly going to say yes to marrying this girl?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Weirdo.
Yeah, he was. Like, he wanted to. I think he was pissed at the because traditionally the man is asked first, right? Traditionally. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, because for attention, they mix it up. So I think he was pissed at the pastor, or the officiant. What do you call it? Officiant.
Yeah.
Yeah, officiant. Have you looked into it again yet?
I have actually been looking. It's slightly different over here as well. It's not so simple. But I could do a course and marry people over the internet, but that's not what I want to do. I want to actually do like ceremonies.
Oh my god, can you please do that?
Offices and stuff like that.
No, please, and then we can find people for you to marry, and then we can go to the online wedding.
I truly may do the course. Like I am.
That's great content. Seriously. Oh my god. So yeah, so that person basically, so sorry, he didn't get to go first. So he was there kind of like begging for the relationship to stay. And she said, like, we'll see. And it's just like, you know, like, we'll see is what you say to kids. Like, oh, mommy, can I have this? Oh, we'll see. It's no. That means no. That means no. And she basically, at this point, because obviously we'll talk about everything that's happened, at this point, I was just like, oh, good. She stood on business. Like, well done. Do you know what I mean? Good for her. Yeah, and she was leaving and she was just like, oh guys, I'm fine, like I'll see you in the back, At one point she was laughing like, I'm fine. Like, girl, like, you just left someone at the altar. Tone it the fuck down. Like, what's wrong?
She didn't care. She absolutely didn't care. And that whole editing was a mix-up, because one thing is I can't wait to marry him, then it's I've got lots of doubts, to a no, to I'm happy. I was literally like, what is going on? Like, what are we watching? It was all she was all over the place. I didn't understand what was. Yeah, you now hate him because I swear the day before you loved him.
But exactly. I think she loved the D. That's what I'm thinking, because what the hell? Like, It's too switch up. She gets in the car with her mum and her sister, and you know, they're kind of, you know, she's at this point she's saying, oh, she's just sad because, you know, he's got everything that I want and everything like that, but she hopes that she's made the right decision. Her mum's asking her, what was it? Was it like the time frame? She was just like, no, it wasn't that. You know, I asked him about BLM, Black Lives Matter, and he was like, you know, I've never really thought about it. And like, it's just like, honestly, like, I get this frustration because obviously what happened with George Floyd happened in her state. You know, you're at the epicenter of, like, you know, what was, you know, like, cultural change, a very like significant moment in American history. Do you know what I mean? And in global history as well, because it did affect everybody. And you're telling me you don't have an opinion? What are you talking about? So I can see how that's frustrating. However, at the same time, I'm like, but Sarah, it wasn't frustrating enough for you not to want to pursue or to get to a place of marriage. It wasn't that frustrating. But do you know what I mean? But that
she
was
just wanted
for
conversations. She wanted them to talk, just to talk about it. But why? I think the fact that it would take place in his front garden, and him being like, I haven't really thought about it, like, it actually doesn't affect my life in any way, is telling enough. Because what is the conversation going to do?
Yeah.
What do you, he's not doing anything. Like, what would be the point? She liked him. So she too is like, there has to be a kinship between them. Really.
Yeah. They're blonde. It's a different world for them. She also mentioned that he didn't know what his church's view were on homosexuality and everything, and that, you know, she decided to go and watch a sermon and she found that was very traditional, and when she asked him about it, he said he didn't really have much to say about it, and her basic thing was saying that he does have no curiosity or anything like that. I will say that she did look lovely. I thought like the makeup was really well done and everything like that. We see Ben, he spoke to his friends and he's just like, oh, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming at all. And, you know, and then he was just like, you know, maybe we're not aligned perfectly. You know, she might have thought I wasn't the right fit. And I'm just like, is this like, and this is what we was talking about this just a second, shows where there's not enough like Black representation or people of color representation, then we're filled with people outside of our culture, how they go through life, especially in reality. And you mean to tell me you're allowed to go through life? It's enraging. Like, oh, I didn't even think about it. Are you okay? Like, seriously, it's enraging. This isn't entertainment to me. It's an annoyance. It is
rage-baiting. It is actually rage-baiting because also it's so annoying that he can say that with one abandonment. He can literally be like, it hasn't actually affected me in my world at all. Like, nothing has touched him. Not what LGBTQIA is going through, not Black people going through, not women's. Nothing has been. He's just floating about in merry bliss, trying to find his wife, and he can say that with full chest and confidence and not feel shame. Wow. And he still got the girl. He said it, and he still got the girl. He was still able to get pum pum.
Exactly. And her friends around her. Then they were like, oh yeah, let's pray. And you know, they pray over, you know, like mending their hearts and everything. I was just like, there's so many other things that anyway, you need therapy because this ain't right. You know, Sarah's with her family and she's just like, yeah, he says that he still wants to date. And at this point she says, I don't want to continue this cycle when I know it's not gonna work. That's what she said on that day. Just note that.
Yeah.
So then we see Monica and Joey. Monica's stance from the beginning is just like, look, if he says yes, I'm all in, then I'll do it. She was basically, that's what she said on camera. I was just like, what kind of donut?
Exactly.
on your wedding day, if he says yes, is it not pick me behavior? Like, do you know what I mean?
The epitome of being a pick me.
Mm.
He showed you nothing, but if he stands there and is like, I'll marry you, I'm prepared to marry this dude who I don't even know if he loves me. Really? Like, is it really that deep to be a married woman? Like,
the
really?
bar is low. The bar is low. It's on. It's not even on the floor. It's in the floor. It's below.
And it's Joey. Can she see it?
Bro.
Like, what is the? Why would you be like?
Joey looks like? Oh God, sorry. What'd you say?
What does he look like?
He looks like. He reminds me of. Not let me be loose with this. He reminds me of Hayden. Is it Aiden? You know, in Sex and the City, Carrie's guy, the one who looked the golden retriever energy guy.
He wishes he looked like him, but I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's too long to bring up a thingy, but like if you remember that guy, I feel like he's trying to go for that kind of look. Anyway, Joey, being the donut that he is, pulls up on a longboard. A grown man, a big grown man. He's not even small. He's not even tiny Tim. Like, what'd you call it? What's his name? Daniel. He's not even tiny Daniel. A big grown man, over 6 foot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's over 6 foot on a longboard on your wedding day. That should have told you from the start. Like, this is not a man that you can take serious.
I think we definitely did go in a bit hard on the sister. She didn't help herself either, but the sister was right. He is a clown.
He's an absolute clown. And yeah, like, I just thought this was he's a clown on a skateboard. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I was not impressed by that at all. I felt sorry for Monica at that point because I was just like, you're not even seeing this cut. Like, you're not even seeing them film this. He's ruined it from the beginning. How dare you enter on that and then just flicking it off and then flicking your hair. Trim your hair. Freaking split ends everywhere.
Listen, she was ready to marry that dude.
She really was.
She liked it.
You're mad. Life upon heaven forbid. He said, be careful before your husband roller skates at your wedding. Never. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, there'll be absolutely no surprises. You got to be joking. I can't even. That would be a screening question. Can you roller skate? Yes. Absolutely not. Oh my God. Oh, is he outed? Oh, that's sweet. If that's what he's really doing. Says he's grown his hair to donate wigs for cancer patients. That's very noble if he is doing that. Yeah.
You see, because in the reunion, his hair was like the same level.
Might be regrowing it, or I don't know.
I may go and stalk
doing that.
But yes, that is very, very noble and just. That is a lovely cause.
That is a lovely thing. Yeah. I just wish he conditioned it, but that's.
Well, but also remember what Monica's sister did say about him, that he may just say things to please people. So, you know,
there's that as well. There is that. Okay, so then we see Joey's friends and his cousins, and they have like a football and they're throwing around the football and stuff. I just thought this is a weird bonding ritual before your wedding. I don't know, is this normal? It's not my culture. I have no idea. He was asked how nervous he was, and he, on a scale of 1 to 5, he said he's 5-6 nervous. He said one of the reasons is because the sister doesn't like me. He said because she said to him, you have my blessing, but you don't necessarily have my support, which if she said that, wild. Absolutely wild. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, but the thing is, yeah, you can dislike someone. You can dislike your sibling's partner. I'm trying to think if I've ever disliked, not the ones close to me. No, only one, but I didn't even know him properly. But like All the rest, no, I've never disliked them. They've picked very well. Do you know what I mean? So, but you just don't say things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't say that. That's especially nowhere near a camera, especially not when we're recording a show. Like that is vindictive behavior. That's what that is. So yeah. So we cut to Monica and her family, and her sister is just like, oh, you know, I've always seen you as a lone wolf, you know. First of all, why are you comparing me to an animal? I'm going to take like seriously, who's a wolf? There's no wolves out here. Do you know what I mean? And then she said, now I'm at your damn wedding. If you're happy for me, is that a thing that you would say?
Her sister was so far from being happy, and as Life of Bodge says, she is still a hater. She is. She just called out his bullshit too, but she is a hater. And they need to watch this back and have some therapy together. Like there's issues there. Her sister was like horrible to her on the day as well. Like there was no kind of love and care. Like, you know, you look beautiful. None of that shit. Nothing. Just straight up, I'm gonna gun you on camera. Like, what has Monica done to her sister? We need to be told what happened.
What really occurred? Like, or what have the parents done? Maybe the parents had a favorite. Maybe Monica's the favorite. Maybe Monica.
If her sister has that attitude all the time, I could see how that would occur.
But like, if Monica was the favorite, but what if Monica was the favorite and it caused the attitude in the sister?
Sometimes it's one of those chicken and egg situations. You know the person is an asshole. Maybe they're not an asshole all the time. The other kid is a little bit more pleasant. They become more of an asshole. Where did it begin?
Yeah.
But you're an adult now, so you have to take control of your personality.
Yeah, you do. You really, really do. So, sorry. So then Monica's just like, you know, I really trust in his words. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I really trust him and that sort of thing. So she's just like, well, you know, I question whether you can even read people, because when you was in high school, you brought home questionable people. What?
Dubs, pod dubs. The woman was horrible to her.
She hates her. She actually hates her. That's not my. But the thing is, yeah, if Monica, and maybe they edited it, I don't think they did, but maybe they edited it. If Monica was giving it back, then I'll be like, okay, this is your relationship.
Okay, do you know what I mean? Yeah, like if it's banter, like some people have that. We didn't see that. So she seemed to take it. She seemed to just struggle.
It was very reminiscent of Tamara and the other girl from Thingy. Like, you guys are, you know, you're just absorbing this abuse. You've normalized this level of abuse. What do you mean when we were in high school? What are you talking about? Like, it's how many years later and you're talking about my judgment and you're questioning my judgment on my wedding day? Are you okay? Like, seriously. And the thing is, I don't think we should, but I do sometimes understand why people hit first and speak afterwards. Like, I get it. Because, like, it would have been, that is like an automatic response, is it not? That could be an easy, like, it should just be an easy tab. Yeah.
And I think she would have been justified and could say, come on, it's my wedding day. Look how she was speaking to me. Like, this isn't the time. And isn't Monica in her 30s? So this is definitely 15 years ago. Like, she was a child. Everybody picked dramatically stupid when you're a teenager. Like, it just felt like, I want to coat you off in public.
Like, on camera.
Yeah. She just wanted to cuss her. I don't know why.
It was horrible.
They're supposed to be best friends. They say that they're best friends. You're supposed to be really tight.
They're not best friends. She's a captive. She's a captive in the relationship. That is not your best friend. The other friend was just like, oh no, I really like him. Do you know what I mean? He's done, and also you've done a lot to work on yourselves. I really like him. So it's just like she was trying to balance out the tension, it seemed. Do you know what I mean? Joey's now in his room, and all the boys have these terrible shirts on, terrible Hawaiian shirt. Like, whose idea was that, like, you cannot come, we're okay, we're on a show, it's getting filmed, and you've already embarrassed me by arriving on a longboard, do you know what I mean, skating in like you're Bart fucking Simpson, no, and then you're gonna wear these ridiculous shirts as well, no, like, what the hell?
Clowns. But it's all of his brethren, isn't it? They're all the same. They're that man that never like grows up. Like they're just perpetually adolescent, and that's their life. You know, we wear wacky stuff. Like that.
You know, it's 100% that. Like, seriously, just Hawaii shirts are his thing. Oh God. No, it's just embarrassing. You know, Monica's talking to her family, and I believe her sister has egged this on, but you know, she starts talking about the things that, you know, are not so good about Joey, saying he's not really a touchy-feely person. Do you know what I mean? And she kind of lists this thing. I was just like, this isn't sounding good at all. Like, are you giving us the ending already, Monica? Like, what's going on? What's going on?
Why did we never truly get a sense of this in their relationship? Like, you know, I was like, why is this all coming out now? Like, literally, you two have done basically nothing. And you're ready to marry him if he says yes. Like, he hasn't even touched you.
Weird.
Desperate time.
It is desperate. It is a level of desperation that is like intense. Would you call it there's no deo for that, but you know, like, there's, what's a stronger form of deodorant? You need a strong, you know what, sorry, very sidetracked, you know, on deodorants when it says like last for 48 hours, you know, some people don't, like, they use it with that in mind, like, so they won't bath for 2 days because their deodorant will last, and they won't top up. Can you, I saw this, not us.
Well, so they're taking it like, because my deodorant is going to last for 48 hours, like it says on the packet, that means I have to have a bath for 48 hours because my deodorant is going to last. I've seen one and it says 72 hours. Are they doing that as well? I always wondered, why are we now having day-long, like, why is that turned into a marketing thing? I get why that was a thing. I attributed to it being stronger, but not.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, sure, do the 72. So, but remember, but my mum would always say this from the 80s, that they have a bath once a week. And in the winter, it's even less.
Oh, God.
And I haven't said it. I'm just saying what my mum has said.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
But yeah, I don't even remember how I got there, but I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with people? But then when I watch shows with a lack of melanin, these things come into my mind all the time.
You know, Joey is a candidate for that. He looks like
like it.
While washer. He does.
Yeah, he looks like it.
Pretty girl rock deodorant. Believe that.
I believe it. Joey's mum and sister, they come to visit Joey. You can tell they're all related because of their nose. I'll just say it. But yeah, it's very strong. And basically the mum was just like, oh, you know what? I was really surprised because this is probably the only way that he would get married. I was like, what? What else didn't they show us? This is the only way. Your mum is saying this. What the hell?
I don't know. From what they were all talking about, I'm not too sure if Joey particularly knows who he is, like, actually, and what he likes. And I feel like he's being forced into this. Like, you need to grow up, get a woman, get a wife. It may just not be his portion. Like, literally, just let him be a clown alone. He doesn't have to be a husband.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't at all. Why would you inflict that on anyone? Like, we was really led down a full sense of reality that this was like a guy looking for this. Like, do you know what I mean? When your mum is saying that, it's wild. It's actually wild. He was forced to support his family. It's true. We never met his family. No, we didn't. Cheryl said he looks like he reuses his tea bags.
He definitely does. Well, he does have OCD though, so yes, we're all Jamie. I just see Jamie J put that up there as well. Yeah, Joey does have OCD. So yeah, he's different. But he didn't need to do this process. I feel for Monica because I think it would have been better for her to have another man. Really, kind of got in all of this. She got a dud. She's a shame.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did talk about when their household broke down, that Joey was the rock of the family. Then we go back to Monica. Monica's mum sees Monica in the dress and she's just like, you look amazing, you're beautiful, this and the other. The sister's just staring like,
imagine. Not even you don't have to cry, but a little like, oh my God, you look stunning. Just that's it. Doesn't hurt. You look beautiful.
It was weird. It was actually weird. It was weird. And I felt for Monica, I really did. The sister did say, though, if Joey doesn't cry, he should go straight to jail. She's like, okay, relax. We see Joey's dad and his stepmom come. The conversation was just really, really, really dry. It felt like a performance review. I was just like, well, clearly all your personality came from your mum because there's nothing over here. There's nothing here. Then we go back to Monica. Monica's mum is just like, you know what? Use your heart in terms of making your decision. Use your heart, use your brain as well. Then her sister says, and use your vagina.
I mean, okay, it's dark. It's not the nicest thing to say, but it's true though, isn't it? Because are you going to have it dry? Like, he hasn't done anything there. So it's like, think about your vagina. Like, it also needs
saying, okay, yeah, but she's do you think the sister knew that they hadn't done anything? I thought she did. No, I thought she didn't know.
Oh no, I was the sister knows that he hasn't been touching her and stuff. So she's
that's
like,
rude. That's even more rude.
Dark. It's down a dark tunnel, but maybe she's just like, think about all bits of you before you say yes to this clown.
She basically said it's a no. That's what she said.
Yes.
She is weird. And did you see the color in her head? I was just like, is that green for witch? Like, what the hell? Like, honestly.
In all ways, she was like, I'm not going to make your wedding pictures look nice. I think that was her whole motivation for it's like, I'm here under duress. Like, I don't even want to be here. But,
Yeah. How dare you get married before me?
Ugh.
On a guy that I haven't sampled. So imagine you're dating someone, your sister's dating someone and hands him to you. Like, oh, heaven forbid. Like, honestly, no.
Forgot about that. They're actually all weirdos. I totally forgot that she was with the man before, even if it was on a talking capacity. Oh, weird. Yeah.
Are we in the 1600s? Like, it's not necessary. It's not like, oh, the older sister, you want to marry the younger sister. Isn't that Sense and Sensibility? You want to marry the younger sister, but you have to marry the older one or something.
Yeah. Even in Bridgerton, we had that same scenario, innit? It was like the sister. I mean, our royal family did that shit. Not ours, but them people's royal family did that.
Weird. So Monica basically says that she's still basing her decision of his decision, but she does want someone that wants her, right? Joey decides, so then we get to the wedding. Joey decides to longboard into the wedding. I hate the fact that I even know what a longboard is. I don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, why are you on wheels? It's unnecessary. I hate it. It's not cool. I don't think it's a flex at all. I just thought it was very embarrassing. Yeah. So both her mum and dad walk Monica down the aisle. She's still holding her flowers by the time that she gets to the altar, and she's standing there holding her flowers. She's like, where do they go? Is your sister not your maid of honor? Like, do you know what I mean? Isn't it her job to take the flowers?
Yeah, but her sister don't want to be there.
Out of order. So Monica is asked first, which she didn't want. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
She said, I don't know. She said, I don't know right now. Joey, you know, kind of interjected. He's just like, yeah, I agree. I'm not 100% there either. He did talk, and then I think he turned it into like a talk to everybody in the space. And, you know, he mentions that one of his sisters who had passed, and they actually left out like a wheelchair, empty wheelchair for her as well, kind of thing. And, he talks about like, there's a lot of good here that's been made here and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was it. She wanted a different outcome. She wanted to be chosen. She was hoping, this is Monica now, she was hoping that, he would be her person for the rest of her life. Joey basically said like, it was always going to be a no. He didn't say this, but he might as well have done. He said it was always going to be a no because the family dynamic with her sister didn't like that shit. And also the physical affection, and he was working on it. Also that she had never said I love you at the altar. That was the first time she said I love you was at the altar. He puts that on her, right? The onus on her to say I love you first. And it's just like, so he didn't know. And I'm just like, well, this is the audacity of these types of guys. You are not interested in this woman. It doesn't matter if she says I love you or she doesn't say I love you. You're still not interested in her. But you wanted her to then, even on top of everything, to say I love you, for you to turn around and say I don't love you, or I don't want to be with you. What?
Like when Joey said I was working on the affection side, I was literally like, what is this? Are you a robot? It's like 8 weeks. If you didn't want to touch her in 8 weeks, you ain't gonna want to touch her in 8 weeks' time. Like it's not there. Like you don't want to touch her. Like she shouldn't have to say, when we're standing somewhere, you should put your arm around me. Then he's thinking, okay, standing must put arm around you. You don't like her like that, bro. Like this is crazy. And that she was gonna settle for that if he said yes is even more sad. Like, Monica, I need you to pick yourself up.
Yeah, get off the floor, man.
Probably like that. Not for Joey. At least if you're gonna do shit like that, make sure the man is at least good looking. Like Joey. Oh
no. We do way too much. Way too much. Oh, someone said, "What? So that's why we don't buy sob stories." Joey's just like, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. When someone tells a sub story like that, you always got to think like, what are they? Yeah. What are they avoiding? Do you know what I mean? What are they trying to gain here? Like, it's a lot. Oh, Kim, no worries, Kim. Have a good day. The rest of the day at work. So she's got going to a meeting. She'll catch back up later. Okay, so we're going on to Virginia and Devon. Virginia starts out. Oh gosh, so I love him. I see a future with him. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. Devon is just like, I'm about to marry the love of my life and everything. She's so beautiful. I did notice, and I wonder if anybody else noted this, that he has a cross tattoo, like just behind his ear. Like he has a little cross tattoo there. Yeah. And so does either Ben or one of Ben's friends has the same tattoo just by his ear. And I wondered about this because, religion is such a big theme. Do you know what I mean? This season. I was just like, are they at the same church or is this a little thing? Or I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? It seemed like, I think we need to look into that. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else does that.
And was it like the same shaping? Like it looks like
the same. Yeah, same. And behind the ear as well. Same position, same tattoo. Yeah. Yeah. So you know, I think it was Devon was saying like, yeah, we've had a few, you know, touchy conversations, like politics, the prenup and everything like that, but he can't wait to marry her. V, on the other hand, she's just like, he's the kindest man she's ever been with. You know, he's an amazing guy. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, and her friends are like there and they're supporting her, you know, love you, that for you and everything like that. So yeah, Devon's mum comes by. Her name is Becky. Do with that what you want. Do you know what I mean? She comes to say hi. And you know, we see a close-up of Becky's hair. I can't think about hair, you know.
It's the starter kit. It literally, you know that hairstyle can graduate into the longer bob or shorter. It's the starter kit for the white woman with a black man. It's literally so simple, and she has it all. And the fact that it probably goes from country to country, because I've also seen an Australian version of the same start. And you spot that woman. I have one around the corner from here. Mixed race kids, like it's universal. They have a look.
Spike. What do you think that is? Spiky, a little side something. Spiky, very spiky.
I feel like a black man needs to explain it, because obviously it's the calling card, so they know. I think a black man needs to say what is. Do you like that?
Do you think they're trying to get a circumference? Do you think that's what it is? They're trying to get not a circumference. They're trying to get a sphere.
They want to hurry up.
They like to know how an afro would be. Maybe it's interesting. It's a phenomenon.
I need somebody to explain it and why they all know where to go to get this hair done. What's going on?
Seriously. So yeah, their mums have what do you call it? What's her name? Virginia's mum and Devon's mum both have on the same colour dress. Do you know what I mean? Which I thought was very sweet. And you know, it's all very polite and everything like that. Devon's mum goes back and sees Devon and says, like, obviously I've seen Virginia and everything like that. You look like a perfect pair and stuff. And what else does she say? I can't remember. We see Virginia in her dress. She does look like a fairy princess. I don't really like the dress, but she did look like a fairy princess. I liked her hair. I liked her makeup. She had a lot of crystals. Her mum obviously had crystals too. So did Thingy's mum. Crystals seem to be a thing. Even one of the friends, crystals, they like crystals over there. I think that's maybe there where they live. That's a sign of luxury, maybe. I don't know, or prettiness.
Yeah. I think it was that kind of princessy type thing. Her hair and makeup, she looked great, but the dress, I'm still like, that is the worst. But she did look gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman. I was like, she put in so much effort. I was kind of surprised, because again, they don't usually look so good. I was very surprised.
You remember when we first started watching this, even in the first seasons, when the hair and makeup was terrible. Like, do you know what I mean? They've come a long way, and I'm happy for it. I really am.
I think from last year, because Ashley looked beautiful as well. But if you think of Amy's year, and I don't, not too much on AD, because she also, you know, they spoke about it, that it hurts their feelings and everything. But her wedding look wasn't great. It wasn't polished. So, you know.
You made me had to swallow my laugh. Well, because wow. But anyway. So the dad and stepmom come in, and the dad was just like, oh, I never thought this day was gonna come and everything. People are asking if her dad is a white man, or is he a light black man?
He looked black to me.
He didn't look black.
No, he did. He looked black to me. I thought he was
serious?
just black.
You just thought he was a light black man or light mixed man? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure. But yeah, I think his mannerisms and stuff were coming off as blackish to me. But yeah, I don't know. But it turns out the aunt is the officiant. And actually, Virginia's named after their Virginia's named after their grandmother, which is their mother, so her grandmother, which is very sweet. And she's like, you know what, you're gonna be fine. You've got this great life because you've got a great mind, you've got great instincts, and you've got do you know what I mean? You're just great in general. And I just thought, this is so sweet. This is the encouragement. Do you know what I mean? Like, even her friend, you know, before she was about to leave, she's like, holds her hands, and she's just like, I prayed for you before I got here. Like, you've got this. Do you know what I mean? You've come together through spirituality. Like, you've got this. I just thought this is just such a beautiful scene of support. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just lovely. So nice. They also played Unchained Melody, which I absolutely love that song. Like, I was just like, I was starting to choke. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I really like it. It's a beautiful song. Devon's little niece did steal the show. she was so cute. So cute. Loved her. However, I will say I did not like Virginia's bouquet. I thought it was hideous. It was absolutely hideous. That big black thing, those things coming out. I just horrible.
You know what? All of that, even the family, her friends, that so much detail seems to have gone into the wedding. I was really surprised at. I was like, this feels so real. Like, literally, even the shitty bouquet, like, you know, it's not even the standard little one. It was like, it was so personal. Yeah, I'm surprised.
So it was just so they get to there. He gets asked the question first. Yeah, do you want to get married? Do you take this woman? And he says, I do. Virginia's get asked, and she does the thing that she always does, cocks her head to the side. I'm just not ready. He said, I'm just not ready.
That's side.
That's side. Oh my God, she does it so much. The dad in the audience was just like, what? Devon's mum starts crying. Starts crying. There's no tears. There's no tears. I even went back to look. There was no tears. He was just doing like it was like he was using his thing to squeeze in. There was no tears. No. The family, they got up straight away, you know, for Virginia. And, you know, as she's walking out, Devon's mum is crying, and she's got her granddaughter on her lap. So the granddaughter's, what's going on? What's happening? And the dad is just, she said no, like trying to call her down, calm her down. And I don't know about you, and maybe because of the way I was brought up, I was a bit sensitive to it, yeah. At that point, they done a quick shot of the Muslim people in Virginia's family. And I was just like, what are they trying to say? Because it's just like, if you said no, then they quickly done a shot of that. What the fuck is that? I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all, man. Seriously.
I didn't notice it. I noticed that they were there, and I thought that was lovely. That she just had so much representation. I'm surprised she brought so many people there when you said, you know, you're gonna say no. Like,
you think she knew?
Yeah, I think Virginia always knew. I think she is not married. She is not getting married into that family. I think she always knew it's not happening. I think Devon didn't have a clue though. I genuinely think Devon and his people thought he's lucked out. Devon is getting into money, and they wanted it to take place, but she knew. And there was too much detail in that. I was like, no, girl, you can't do that. You can't have little kids involved. Like, this is actually wrong. Like, you know you're going to say no.
Little kids.
You can't have little kids involved in this shenanigan. It's literally like, no. You do bare bones people. You have a little party after, but you can't have a little kid who thought, oh my God, I'm going to be a flower girl. That is wrong.
But she was a flower girl. She did do her role.
They didn't even get married.
You know what? Yeah, I don't even think. I honestly thought when I was watching, I was just like, I bet this isn't the best version of this. I bet this is version 3 because she knew this wasn't gonna happen. She's saving the real one for something else, but for another person. But we saw V's dad hug Devon, to say, "Oh, no misunderstandings." But then we hear like a voiceover. We didn't actually see it come out of the person's mouth, but someone said, and people are attributing it to Devon's sister, that I don't understand these girls. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah.
That
definitely sounded like his sister said that.
Sister,
like,
yeah.
His whole family sounded vexed. Like they sound, because I swear I could hear the brother being like, exactly, like literally, like they.
No, that's the husband, in it. That's the sister's husband.
The black one.
No? Yeah, I thought that was the sister's husband.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, I didn't even know. I thought that was a brother. But yeah, so,
yeah. How? Anyway. We come in different shades, but
no, I thought maybe the daddy had
from a previous. But yeah, he gets in the car.
That is a bad bias. I just really presumed that he was a first child.
No. That's his husband. So he gets in the car. Do you know what I mean? He said he wasn't expecting it. He's there with his mum, and his mum is basically saying like, how are you gonna say all of this, like say no, like how are you gonna be like not ready? Like his mum is super involved. Yeah. And I was just like, here lies the problem. This is why your son is single. It's too much. V was just like, oh, you know, she feels really bad. She hurt Devon, she hurt his family, and she said that she wanted to protect Devon, and she doesn't know whether it's a cultural thing, but she feels like, you know, that some of their the depths of their relationship wasn't gotten to. She said they didn't have a sexual relationship. Do you know what I mean? Eva, good on her, because she would have been sad if she did. You know, she didn't like the fact that they have different politics, you know, that he's a conservative, and she didn't like the fact that when he was alluding to a negative thing when she said she voted with her faith, like asking her whether she votes with her faith in mind. You know, she found that off-putting, and he didn't want to talk about it on camera. She gave some very clear reasons of why she did not marry this man. You know, also to add to that, she also said that his mum told her that he had received a check from her boss, and he didn't bring it up. Yeah.
Broke. That's broke behavior. I think all of her reasons were very legitimate, and from jump, it always said you could tell Virginia isn't quite in this. You could tell they were off in some ways, but I don't know. I do feel like she kind of led him on to think that it was going to be a yes because of the prenup as well.
Really?
I was like, I could see how you'd be like, no, it's going to happen. We're going to get married. It may not last, but we're going to get married. So I was a bit, I wasn't surprised, and I'm glad she said no. At the same time, with all else, I was like, Virginia, this is a little wicked, you know. This is a little heartless. What? A little heartless to the little boy. Yeah, he thought he had
absolutely not. No, you get what you deserve. What are you talking about? How absolutely not. Nah, he was doing way too much. And also as well, he was gonna take that check for £1,000 and go buy some bloody trainers. I know, or sneakers, as you guys call them. That's what he was gonna go do. Like,
that was what was gonna happen. That was his. When he got that check got cashed. Like that's his money. Most definitely.
Isn't he a donut though? He's a donut to thinking that she was gonna marry him. Why would she marry him? What did she show other than a prenup? I'll give you that, but I even think like that was just for her own precaution, just in case something wild happened, and she was just like, "Oh shit!" Do you know what I mean? Like, but what?
No, and I hate it when I agree with Life of Bodge, but she did say that she had the dream about the children and the basketball empire, and she can see it. She was really enthusiastic. It may have been on camera, but No, when they were living together, she was very.
Oh, was this before and after when she was trying to ask him about politics?
I don't know where
This was before.
but she was selling him a drink. She definitely was in it as well. She didn't. She needed to. He wasn't surprised. His whole family was surprised.
No, they're all donuts. Them and their Peppa Pig, yeah, they're all donuts. All of them. All of them. Seriously, there was no way she was marrying him. It's crazy. It was crazy for him to think that.
She did the absolute right thing, but I think he wasn't sure.
Yes, Joe. He bought them gifts for himself. He buying what's it called? The basketball shirt. Do you know what I mean? People say like, was it I'd be chilling and said it looked cheap. We didn't even know. I think Virginia, I think she is like a bit of a people pleaser. Do you know what I mean? And she's, I don't think she, even if she said stuff like that, I don't think she had like malintent. Like I don't think it was like, she was trying to like be hopeful and stuff and like see, or maybe there's a way. But the more she talked to him and the more she was trying to understand, like, okay, what is it that you actually stand on? Like, what do you actually believe? He didn't want to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? That's fishy. So you can have these ideas and like then when it comes crunch time, you have to go with your gut instinct. And my gut instinct said, this guy is going to oppress my every right. Yeah. He's going to take all my money. And he's going to make me go and live with him and his family. I just think he wasn't doing enough, and he was being secretive about who he was because he knew it wasn't going to be favorable to her. Like he tried to dupe her into a wedding. He tried to dupe her into a marriage. Like even him protesting. Sorry, the prenup. Foolishness, absolute foolishness.
Well, it's broke behavior because if you had assets, you too would want to secure them. It just demonstrates that you don't have any assets. That you'd be like, well, if we love each other and we're going to stay together, it's like, that's bullshit, bro. Because if he had a couple of houses and some money in the bank, he too would be like, let me secure that just in case anything takes place. I've only known this woman 8 weeks. When you're broke, you're like, it's about love.
Yeah.
We love each other. You ain't even touched her. Like, literally, you also don't know. But that said, there was too much detail to that wedding. Like, that was harsh. But she did the absolute right thing. Most definitely.
She did. To be fair, Virginia probably had a wedding planner. You know what I mean? I don't think she went through production. I think she was just like, we've got a plan. Don't worry. We've got it. Don't worry about it.
That didn't come across like it was their budget weddings. That came across like she's added money to it.
Yeah, definitely.
He added money because it ain't gonna be him. So
yeah.
But if you wanna have a make-believe wedding, cool, isn't it? Do what you got to do.
Roxy says he claimed he founded a basketball company in the pods, only to find out he's the assistant coach.
He did say that. You know what? It's really hard to find another Brett, isn't it? They're struggling. They haven't got close to finding another Brett. Every guy is claiming shit that isn't true. But because
in the real world they be lying. They be lying. They be lying.
Oh my God.
They be lying hard, man. Seriously. Oh my God. Ain't no way. Thank you, Roxy. That made me giggle. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay, so quickly moving on to Taylor and Daniel. We saw Taylor opening scene of her day. Crystal, she had the crystal trainers, like all the crystals on the trainers. I just knew you're getting married. Just like
they were certified, didn't it? At this point, you got to have one at the very least. You have to have one wedding. It was like you two were certified from jump.
Yeah. They really thingy. So yeah, and the family came in, they gave her a robe saying Mrs. Hastings. Everybody's bought into this is happening. Do you know what I mean? They wrote each other cards. And it was revealed in the card, I believe, to say that they were waiting for marriage to have sex, that kind of thing. So they didn't have sex either. So who did have sex then? Did any of the engaged couples have sex? But actually, someone did say that Monica and Joey had sex in Honduras.
Oh, really?
So they had sex there, but then maybe, yeah. And then he didn't want to touch her after that.
Actually, Dave, it wasn't the last say. I remember when Dave was asking and she said they hadn't had sex yet, but maybe it was after then. Oh, okay, so Monica said they did have sex. Lauren and Dave, they did at some point. They did.
No, but engaged couples. None of so it was only.
Yeah, they were engaged. Lauren and Dave. Lauren and Dave.
Oh,
Dave,
yeah. Sorry, yeah. What? But they didn't get to the wedding. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like the
so there's not a lot of so there was generally there's usually just one couple that don't. So this was a bit of odd. There wasn't a lot of sex happening.
Yeah. So yeah, Daniel gives her like a card and bracelets. Daniel's dad, he starts talking to everybody, right, on Daniel's side, and said, like, you know, when you have a first child that's like impaired, like, so having a next one is, you know, you're so anxious, and, you know, we found out everything was okay, and, like, you know, I went up the stairs and I thank God for Daniel. But, you know, Rachel was amazing, like, talking about his other child, like his daughter is blind, and I was just like, what? And he's like, we're looking forward to see, like, you know, very proud to look forward to this day for such a long time. What? So what are you saying? What are you like? Do you think he was just rambling and it just went a bit too, he got mixed up? Because I was just like, it sounds like to me that you're resenting your daughter and you're just like, thank God we got Daniel so we can have this normal moment or something. Like, that's what it seemed like to me.
From when they went and basically bullied Sarah's parents into joining into this wedding fast, it's like they really wanted a daughter-in-law. Like there's something about how he was, and it was like, it made me feel icky that he was totally like Daniel, the normal child, like the blessing from God is gonna is with this woman, and then we're gonna have like these normal grandkids. Even if you think it, just don't say it. Like you can hold that exactly. Not she's just blind. She ain't deaf. She's gonna hear all of it. You know, we're just like, and she is a human being too. She just can't see. Like it was just really odd. But I definitely have heard African parents have a similar thing when they have a disabled child. It's always like they are less of a human compared to their able bodies. Like there's always something like, oh, but you know, it's like they're still fine. They're going about their business, but there's something in it. It was just very weird. I didn't like it at all. I was like, you're a problem. You need help. Definitely.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird thing to say. It was a weird clip for them to keep in as well. I just thought like, this is giving auntie. This is giving anti. It was giving anti-black, anti-abled, anti. Would you get LGBTQ plus?
Like you see all of their parents together. Their parents look like they're from that world. They do look like Trumpers. Like they.
Yeah, I thought they had no conflict because they're on the same side. That's what I saw. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, no, this makes me feel uncomfortable. Taylor did look lovely, although I didn't like the fluffy curl thing that was going on. It just seemed really strange. I don't know if you noticed that, but like back combing and curling, strange to me. But
did do this.
Did you?
I did put them on 1.5, and I had them on faster, and I was scrolling. So
zooming through,
I saw no details of these guys.
Daniel's sister, she was playing. I can't remember the song that she sang, but she played and she was singing like as Daniel was walking into the place. And it was very beautiful, very sweet, like really nice to include her in that way kind of thing. Yeah, but I did notice the audience, like it was just so white. It was so white. Like there was, I don't know, there was one person potentially of like maybe Asian descent, I think.
I thought kind of mixish, but they also could just be like Mediterranean.
Yes, yeah, like it was very white. It was probably one of the whitest like audience that we've seen, and yeah, wasn't speaking to me. And yeah, you know, Taylor goes first. She said I do, and he says I do too. That was basically it. They're married. No surprise, absolutely no surprises there at all. No surprises. And then we go back to Joey in this episode. We're still here. Back to Joey. Basically, he said, yeah, at this point, not really any particular future with Monica. He just wasted that girl's whole time. He wasted her whole time.
My ego would have left me. It would be so damaged and bruised to watch Joey talk about, yeah.
If you insist.
No, I don't insist.
I could while away.
What?
Here's what I found.
Exposing you.
What the hell? What the hell is all this?
Oh, Siri.
He's listening to my conversations. Stop it. You know?
Always.
What was you saying?
I would be so vexed at myself for literally allowing Joey to talk about me like this. Like, I'm so pissed. I felt for her. It's out of order. Joey saying, yeah, there's no future. Are you crazy?
No, it's out of order. It's so out of order. And then you have like the juxtaposition of Monica saying, like, do you know what I mean? She wanted, you know, she does say that Joey needs to figure out life, like obviously out of this, but she was kind of giving the impression that, like, with me, like, do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it was a bit weird. Ben basically was saying that he was still in love with Sarah and he believes that love is blind. Sarah is just like, you can't date someone for their potential, but she still believes that love is blind. Devon was just like, either she's gonna love me for who I am or not, but I still care about her, still loves her, and he can't imagine life without her. V was really upset by this point, and she was just like, you know, in relationships you're supposed to count on each other, and I feel bad for Devon because he couldn't count on me, but she put herself first that day, which is new for her and stuff, which is very sweet. The song that they were playing was saying sometimes love don't work out the way you like it.
Yeah.
Seriously. And then we had Taylor and Daniel, who were super happy and talking about they're going to consummate the marriage as soon as possible. So yeah, that was the episode. That was the last episode. Probably the driest weddings we've ever seen, I would say. Like, yeah.
I think
not trying to do that again. Okay, shall we go to Reunion?
Yes.
Reunion, which aired on Monday for us, Monday 1 a.m. Joey, of course, arrives on the freaking skateboard. Who do you think was best dressed?
Got some pictures. The dress.
Oh yeah, I've got pictures. 1 second. Who do you think was? I only done the girls though, because
there's no point in actually looking at it. No, to be fair, Devon did look all right. But
did he?
Was my favorite. I actually think I really liked Monica because I was genuinely surprised at her. Like, not all of the bottom, but the top part. So as she's sitting down, she had a really good frame on her. Like she looked really nice.
Okay.
Who's that one, Molly? I don't know what that is.
Molly. You know what? Color nice, but what there's way too much going on. Do not like this at all. No, for Lauren. Too weighty plain.
Lauren looked nicer up when she walked in, but it was super plain. She like she's going for that plain Jane look though, isn't it? It's like a part of her. I'm just everyday woman.
Brand?
I think so.
Okay. This was a no. I love the color, but no. To be fair, yeah, this could have even been. You could have just cut it here, to be honest, or like have a split, like have it go down and have a split. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know what that whole bottom part was trying to do. It was just unnecessary. It's just a waste of material.
This was foolishness.
I don't know. I kept on looking at it like, what's it doing?
Which
like what was the designer truly trying to do? I was absolutely like, I feel like it's two different projects.
Everything at once. They were just like
put it together. Like one was supposed to be a mesh dress, not enough material, and the black. What is that? Is it velvet? I don't even know what that is made out.
It looks like cardboard.
It's literally like, I don't get it. And then it's got the mesh in the middle part as well. I was literally like, what's going on?
Why? Just no. It's like, let me deconstruct two dresses and throw them together, then pair them with tie-up shoes. Like, no, just no. No.
She looks so pretty, but the outfit is crazy.
Sitting down, it looked fine. Do you know what I mean? But like, and they're doing this thing. Like, so when they do this, they slick this again. Is this a trait in their area? Because you know they've kind of like parted it in the middle, slicked it back, and held it with a pony. Like, do you know what I mean? They held that and then think it's just like they've got the same style going on.
Build that hairstyle in my 20s. Absolutely massacred it. Yeah. That was every day.
I was just like, what's this? Because this hump here, it just doesn't make it look. It just makes it look weird to me. I don't know. I don't think Molly looks better in motion. I don't think like she does still pictures well because it doesn't look comfortable. I'm sorry, she doesn't. And then these girls. Let's start here. No, just no. She's got the same hair as well. They all got the same hairstyle.
I don't know.
No, it's not working. This is not giving what it's supposed to give at all. And I feel like if you're going to do something like this, maybe first of all higher, maybe on both sides as well, or do you know what I mean? Like if you can. It could be nicer if it was free, but or just choose or choose a fabric. Like no, these two are my faves. Like I really like this.
I don't like. I like the top part of Virginia, but the bottom bit, it just felt very strictly. It just felt like ballroom. Like I've seen it too many times. I feel like she could have been in something else. But Meg is probably my all-round favorite.
She's my number 2.
In even her hair, when she came out, I really was like, who is that? Like, she didn't look like Meg. I was like, that's a reunion. You come out and you literally are like, okay, now look at me. I liked her whole aesthetic, and I love that color blue as well. But Virginia, I like the top part, but not all of it.
Oh, maybe I don't mind it. I just think for her, it's just like perfect for her, like Barbie. Do you know what I mean? Like kind of look and everything like that. I just thought she done really well. Meg looked amazing. This is just really suited her, like the color, everything, the shape of things, even the way she was sitting, because she was definitely giving curve in the back at every moment. Like, do you know what I mean? Head high, turn to the side, curve in the back. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she was just like, I'm showing off this dress. She looks amazing. Again, like, not the greatest pose in this picture, but she just looked amazing. Yeah. Thingy. This is really nice. I shouldn't have put them on the same page. It makes it look really even worse. But yeah, that's all the girls, right? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Anyone else? No, yeah, I think that's all of them.
So yeah, so that's what they were looking like. The boys didn't really care for them at all, actually. So yeah. Oh, Taylor is who I forgot.
Taylor.
I just forgot Taylor. Taylor looks to me a bit crazy.
I don't remember what Taylor was wearing.
She was wearing. Someone said, did I see it in someone's comments? Maybe Storytime Ricky. Let me share this real quick. She looked like Elvis.
I can only remember her hair. I can't remember her dress at all.
So this is. Can you see this?
Oh.
Yeah. So when you're sitting down, you didn't see it properly. Let's see if we can get.
And they were the first ones out, weren't they? I think I half saw.
Yeah.
It is like Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
It actually is like a. Yeah, sitting down. I was surprised at, because you know how her mum was like, "That's you're very booby" in the first thing.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised that she had the baps out, but that's all I really. I didn't see that this was trousers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Not complimentary at all. I just thought, no, look at them together. No. It's bad. Sorry. Look at it. Come on, Virginia looks amazing.
That's what I'm saying. The whole top part looked lovely. I think, and I liked her hair like that as well. I was like, I really like this look. Very debonair. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I know that Devon was sitting there. And his hair looked different. Like maybe he's had a hair transplant.
Sorry, I've just noticed she's got the same hairstyle too. Who's on the hair team?
And her face looked amazing.
Yeah,
like Virginia's makeup look, it was stunning. She looked very, very, very beautiful.
Honestly. You're losing the middle. Don't say things like that, because I will just say so.
Oh god.
But yeah, I really liked Virginia, Meg. I thought they 10/10s. So they showed like a recap of Taylor and Daniel's life so far, and yeah, it was cute. You could tell they're patriots. Do you know what I mean? They dressed up as like the 4th of July man and the eagle. I don't know if that's a thing. Is there a 4th of July man?
I mean, there isn't there like the independent. I know the image that you're talking about. I thought it was July man, but Americans let us know who is he and what he represent. They're Trumpers. Everything about them was screaming, "I voted for Trump."
Yeah, definitely. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get it wrong.
I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong, man. Seriously. Someone said the Real Housewives on Lagos are messy. Yes, they are. Are they back? Oh yeah, they did record, but it wasn't on Hey You, so I didn't see it. So yeah, I know they've done a third season, yeah, but it wasn't on Hey You when I looked at it, so I didn't see it. But yeah, because I know how you guys like to tussle. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to get it wrong.
If y'all are saying it's Uncle Sam, that's who it is, Uncle Sam.
Yeah. But that's what and an eagle. That's what they decided to dress up as. Weird to put it in that montage, but it's who they are. So I guess they're sending us messages. But
they didn't have much. You know, like generally when they do the wedding couples, they've traveled loads, and there was like lots to their story.
Oh, yeah.
They had so many repeat pictures from different angles and video. It was like you guys didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot going on in their year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in the country, so
there's that too.
Maybe that's it. So they talked about getting matching lip tattoos, which he hasn't got yet, but he did get his Taylor's eyes tattooed on his chest.
Never in a million years.
I just
No.
is this a norm? Like I don't have tattoos in it, so I don't know like what tattoo trends are. Like, do you know what I mean? Is this a norm?
It really does appear that in the youngers, this is turning into a thing to have something tattooed on you of the other person. Now, I would think from getting married to somebody after knowing them for 8 weeks and a year later, and you within that year, you have decided to put their eyes on your chest is a bit much. But what do I know? I don't know.
Why would you want to see that? Like, I don't know if I need to see my eyes on my husband's chest every day.
No, it wouldn't make you feel special.
No.
No, I think it's actually really weird.
Yeah.
All of it is very strange.
It's very, very strange.
Said that tattoo was hideous.
It was. It's not normal. Yeah, I didn't think it was normal. It's very strange. And also as well, yeah. Did you notice all the canned laughter in the episode as well?
Yes,
like, I was just like,
but you saw the audience, yeah?
Yeah.
They're
sending us some very strong messages. I don't know. Very strong messages. I don't think that they're marketing to us anymore.
No, they are absolutely trying to tell us, especially that go about your business, guys. This isn't it for you. They're digging up flipping Black Lives Matter on the street. Like they're just telling us. Do your thing. Like we gotta listen.
We gotta listen. I mean, we are. I honestly, it might get dropped from the rotation. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly.
The next place I was like, bro, ain't that like the same?
It's more the same. It's more of the same. KW said I put my hubby's name on my boob after 8 years together. See? But we're celebrating 26 years together next. Oh, congratulations. Love that. Seriously, see? 8 years. You know what you're dealing with, isn't it?
It's got to take time.
Yeah.
And I still wouldn't. I may do an initial.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. But I actually think I'm against it. I don't think you should tattoo your partner. I think. I may change my mind on this one. I can flip-flop. But for today, that's what I'm saying.
Life of Boy said black people have been doing tomfoolery to their brand. Is it? Is that I think that's wise. That's what I said. Seriously. But Tyler was wild. Tyler just done the most. He just done the most. You think he set us back? He might have set us back. They was just like, nah, no more black people.
I think Tyler, yeah. I think so. I don't think there's gonna be that level of blackness again, like season 7. I don't think that's happening. Not for a good 5 years.
Yeah. So Devon and Virginia. Virginia looked amazing, yeah. So that's the first thing, tick. She looked amazing. And they basically asked what happened. And basically Virginia was saying obviously there was too much conflict, like they're not in alignment, and they didn't get to kind of discuss their core values because Devon didn't want that to be on camera, and she didn't feel comfortable about that. She said that she is still very uncomfortable about discussing what Devon's values are, but for her, she is 100% supports LGBTQ community. She believes 100% that women have the right to choose. She feels like she believes in different religions. She feels like different religions communicate to God like different languages, which I thought was very beautiful and poetic.
It was poetically said. I was like, what, Virginia?
Seriously, it was lovely. Do you know what I mean? She made herself clear. Do you know what I mean?
No, he's in opposition to everything that she said, basically.
Well, he did not interrupt, say, that's not me. I don't think that. No, that's not what I meant. He did not interrupt, not 1 second. Or they cut it out. And I need him to come and say they cut that bit out. Like, do you know what I mean? Or I support the same as you. You know?
I mean, at the very least, he could have said that at the end of when she finished talking. Just like, we only differ a little bit because I believe everything you said. He didn't say anything. But if you're saying what I believe in, I'm not comfortable with it being on camera, then you believe in some heinous shit.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's all we can take from that. That actually, Devon, you are literally a hillbilly. Because you would have been like, hey, like, come on now.
Some hillbilly is a liberal.
He's a hillbilly. You know,
he seems to be a very like a strict Christian conservative. That's what he seems to be. Do you know what I mean?
Now Christian conservative nationalist.
Yeah. That's what he seems to be. He said, you know, I know I can look past certain things. Like I'm a Christian, I love everybody, you know, like that was the extent of what he said. Yeah. He didn't say she was wrong.
No.
He didn't say I agree. He was just like, oh, I love everybody. Virginia was saying, like, you know, there was lots of little signs. She said that there was a note from one of his ex-girlfriends on the nightstand the day before they got married or something. And that created some mistrust. You know, who's just like, no, she's one of my best friends. I don't even see her like that anymore. It weren't sounding convincing.
What do you think of his rebuttal though? Because I was like, this guy has a rebuttal for everything. But that one, I don't know. It just didn't. When he said about the wedding party, like actually she's dealing with somebody in the wedding party, I was still like, if you guys are brethren, why is she writing you notes? Right. Surely that's a text message, you know? Like a note is very
personal, intimate. Is it not? Before the night before your wedding.
I'm gonna write down, I'm proud of you. Like, bro, why
do you need that as well?
And for the guy that was a part of the wedding party, that's your partner, I'm gonna be looking at my chick like, why are you doing that for? Like that's a bit too much. I was like, no,
I don't like that.
That's not friendship.
That's inappropriate, and you should know your place. Like if I'm getting married, no, there's a boundary now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
No, don't be writing handwritten notes. What do you want him to do? You probably sprayed your perfume on it. Like all of that. I was just like, this is very cool. And your explanation isn't removing that your ex, your brethren's girl, whatever, is highly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
It's weird. And then he was just like, oh yeah, but you met her, like Virginia met her. And she was just like, well, I didn't know she was your ex when I met her. So don't bring up shit if it's not going to help you. Like, seriously.
Exes will be in your face all day long. They'll be your brethren sleeping with your man. Like, what does that mean because you met her? It doesn't mean anything.
Ridiculous. So then she also goes on to say that, you know, his mum told her about the 1K that he got before the wedding, and he didn't tell her about it. He says, I was holding on to it for when we got married.
What's that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
I was literally like, Devon, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Then afterwards, you're going to be like, oh, I've got 1K to throw into our wedding. But like, what does that mean? You get gifts in and you'd be like, oh, I got this gift. Because did you give back the money? If I was Virginia, that's all I would have asked. Did you give back the money when we didn't get married?
He cashed it. He spent it already. He bought some Jordans. What do you mean?
What does that mean? Like, I was going to hold on to it until after.
It's weird. And then she was just like, you know, she was trying to contact him. She was trying to get in touch with him because it was like his birthday or something like that, happened. And then he stopped answering her calls. They talked for a bit and he stopped answering her calls. And then he said that she ghosted him. And he was just like, no, I didn't say that. Molly was just like, actually, you did. You told me that.
I love it when
And then Medicine was just like, I was there too. You told me that too. Do you know what I mean? And Devon was just like, well, they came up to me drunk. They asked me a question, so I just said how I feel.
Devon,
you know what? Devon's been trained. He's had PR training. He definitely has. And he was trying to be, through the whole thing, he's trying to be careful about what he says and what he reveals about himself. And I'm just like, he's not who he says he is. He really, at the fundamental, like at the core of it, he's not who he says he is at all. And he's trying to pretend to be something else. And I think like people who, if you've got those kinds of beliefs, my thing is like, you can believe whatever you want to believe. Just stand in it. If that's what you think and that's what you believe, stand in it. Do you know what I mean? Just believe it with your chest.
Yes.
Believe it with your big chest, man. Seriously.
He knows he knows he was putting on a facade. Like even just how he was being, his poise, and just like that kind of sweet, I'm not even gonna go at her. Whatever she says, I'm just gonna be like, but I still think you're amazing. You're amazing. You're an amazing. You know that's not him. No, we had that episode and he seemed to be quite tired and grumpy. And she was trying to talk to him about the prenup. I think that's Devon. I think he's actually very despondent. I think he listened to what I say. I think he's probably more similar to how his dad was. See, that kind of quiet man. Like, I'm saying this, follow through, do your. Like I think he is that man really. And she saw elements of that. She saw actually he can be cutting. He's not nice all the time. He's also a trumper. Like, I'm not. How can I really be with this man? But he was lying, calling the girls drunk, trying to insinuate that they've got this all wrong. As she like, you know, you said she ghosted. You know, you stopped taking her calls. You were hurt. Just admit it. Just say, stop taking your calls. I was hurt. Like you dropped me at the altar. My niece was bawling. Like you could have said anything.
His mum was bawling, boy.
His mum was like, you had one job.
He flopped. He flopped big time. He fumbled Virginia anyway. And also he's broke. That's the thing. Like, just stop. You know.
Please, Sade, his hair. What has happened to Devon's hair? It was an afro now. He didn't have an afro before.
No.
I was literally I couldn't stop looking at his hair. Like, what's taking place, Devon?
I think maybe he's rebelling. Maybe he's I did not, Christian. I did not like Devon's outfit at all. I really didn't. I didn't think
it was interesting. Like, I was truly like, I didn't think of that of him. Like, just thought he would come.
I don't think he thought about that either. I think, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe I'm trying to see if we can find it. I can't even.
Christian says his hair looked a mess. I'm just perplexed as to how it changed so much. That was literally it. I was like, what is going on?
He was just like, is this the kind of man that you want, Virginia? I can be.
I'm gonna come in my silk, my silk suit, my satin silk suit with my afro.
That's Devon's look.
Honestly, it's interesting. Like, who would have thought it? I would expect something of this from Ramses.
Yes.
Ramses?
Yes. Yeah.
I would have expected Ramses to wear this.
Look at the bottoms and the shoes.
The shoes, I don't know what's going on.
This is interesting to you. I'm sorry.
It's interesting. I was literally like, wow, okay. Interesting.
Are you using interested in a different way that I don't understand? Or?
It's interesting. Like, who would have thought it? I just didn't think he would wear something like that.
Not I, that's for sure. Not I.
And Nick Lachey was in white trainers. I was like, what is going on with these men?
Nick Lachey, I think he's having a bit of a crisis, bro.
Something's going on.
Yeah, so yeah. Because anyway, yeah, but that's my
shoes.
So can we just say, Dave? No, just no, just no. They all look horrible. This, no.
What are those trainers?
I don't even know. I don't know. See, things like this will piss me off. If I was Monica, I'll be the way I'd break that board.
Rad. What's wrong with you, bro?
He's trying to be Bill and Ted. Stop it.
Oh, is it? Joe is saying that the white trainer and suit crisis is crisis or trend is ongoing. I don't know why. I don't know why he was in it. I don't know why he was in white trainers. It just looked weird to me. It's like, where's your shoes?
Very strange. Right. So then they have this thing of like the unforgettable moments in history. And at number 5, they had Chelsea and Jimmy. I can't remember what season now. What season was that? 7?
No, that was
6?
Chelsea. Chelsea from 6?
And Jimmy. The one he said where she was just like,
that's 6. That's AD's year. 6. Season 6.
Where she was just like, oh, you know, I've got it's only because I've got dark eyes, dark hair and light eyes. Like people think I look like, you know, was it MKG's wife or girlfriend? And Jimmy's just there like, what, Megan Fox?
She knew her name. Her name is, you know that heifer's name about, and trying to be like, oh, maybe.
Yes. Oh yeah, and they're doing this because it was like 5 years of Love is Blind. Like it's year number 5 now. Do you know what I mean? They've been going on. So this was part of to celebrate. Their examples were terrible, but anyway, we'll go on. We had Ben and Sarah. Ben basically was talking about, look, I know, you know, I didn't really talk about social issues that much. Like I realized that I have privilege and I'm not proud of it. You know, I've embraced you know, no, he's embarrassed about how the comments that he said like came across and everything like that. And Sarah was just like saying to him like, look, you did overlook her stuff, overlook things, and like even I don't have all the answers, but you know, like I was expecting you to evolve with time and that sort of thing. And she talks about like, you know, even out of the pods, like, and nothing ever progressed. Like there was a lack of curiosity, and you know, they talked about the whole the gay married thing, and he was just like, yeah, I just didn't even remember what my church said about anything like that. You know, I don't go to church every week, and you know, I just didn't know. He said that he didn't remember, and he said like, you know, I didn't ever need to know, and he's not proud of that. They talked about the girl that, you know, done the expose on him on TikTok and everything. Sarah did believe the girl at the time and everything like that, and it wasn't like a small thing because there was like so many comments and everything like that. And he was just like, yeah, I didn't really remember much.
Yeah.
You don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything, and he looked like he wanted to laugh every time he was speaking.
Yeah.
I was like, Ben, you're not even good at this. He just looked like it was a big joke, like just
lying.
I feel like he got off so lightly with all of the claims that he's a shithead when he's dating, like everything that came out on but it was a bit before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Recorded, but yeah, I didn't like that he seemed to get off. I think he needed more heat. Needed way more heat.
Definitely. These girls were soft on them, I think. And then he talked about that actually after the wedding, they actually lived together for like 2 weeks. And what's her name? Sarah had a gig. She's like a traveling nurse, so she had a gig in Nashville that she was going to be there for 3 months, and he had agreed to either to come and live with her between 2 weeks or 2 months, basically. And she packed everything up and everything like that, and she drove to Nashville because he was like, oh, he will use her car when he's there, so he's going to fly down. And as soon as she got there, he removed her from Find My Friends. She was very confused. Now, I didn't realize that this is an age thing for sure. Yeah, Find My Friends is definitely a new age type of thing, right? Like I feel like older millennials, like Gen X, definitely boomers, we don't do this. This is way too invasive. So you know where I am at all times. Like, do you know what I mean? Like younger audience, like people, generations, they're more comfortable with like their friends know where they are, like on the Find My Friends thing. So he took her off that. So maybe she got some notification to say that, you know, do you know what I mean? She's obviously very confused. And then he sent her an apology, and she said it felt like it was a very scripted apology. And then she didn't hear from him for weeks. He said, she also said that you got in touch with like a past cast member to also practice your answers, to tell you to practice your answers for the show and everything, which is wild. It's wild.
It's definitely, you can tell that's what they're doing as the years go on. Like, don't go there and just sit down and be blind to what could happen. You need to have your quick formulated answers to come back. And he tried to have that in some type of fashion, really. Yes, Jimmy was the person.
Yes, Jimmy was a threat. Why would you get advice from Jimmy of all people? Like, no, like, it's ridiculous.
And I don't remember him doing well when he in his Jimmy basically got jumped in his one when he was on. Like, I mean, verbally, like all of the girls were like, because Jimmy was a shithead.
Yeah.
So why would you listen to Jimmy? Like, he wasn't even successful his year. It's the worst person.
They must be similar types of men. And that's what I would say. Ben's response to that was just like, I thought we were broken up.
I didn't even get how he got there. Like, if she's thinking you're coming out and he's like, no, but our last conversation wasn't clear that that's what I was going to do. I wanted her to be like, but the last conversation was bye. I'm going to see you this day. Like, I was like, how can he be confused? Like, what is I needed her to say more words to respond to it. Like, give us clarity. Let us know how shitty he actually is. Because how can he say, I thought we were broken up? So I was just saying bye. What type of shit is that?
BS, absolute BS. She was just like, well, it wasn't authentic. I feel like I was love bombed and I fell for it. And I was just like, you know what? I was with you, Sarah, until you said you lived together for 2 weeks. You wanted him to come and move in with you in Nashville. So you wanted to continue a relationship with this guy who had these dodgy viewpoints that are not in line with what you believe, not in line with your core values, not in line with what the lifestyle that your sister lives. Like, how? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I did say it from, I think she is very performative. Like, I do think it's just like, and those types of people, like these I don't know, like, I guess maybe well-meaning but kind of lazy liberals who just do the bare minimum, but you are happy to be in relationships and procreate with these men who are not in alignment with your values at all. So what do? So eventually something's got to give. The power shift is usually in favor of the man.
You give it, you follow his line. And really, if you think about it, I think if it wasn't for her sister and her wife, she wouldn't even be like that. She would literally be a Ben.
Yeah.
And so that's why there's a kinship there. Like, it's not like you broke up with him, you had a few more conversations, and you was really like, you know what, everything I said in the wedding was right. Like, we are in alignment. Basically, he ghosted you. He ended it. And it's literally like, no, chick. He probably went along with it to just cut it off. Like, you're gonna go to me at the wedding, bet, watch. And then
you think I'm coming to Nashville? You're mad.
I'm going to make you cry. There you are, crying. Like, nah. I'm disappointed in her, but she is performative. Absolutely, she stands to carry on seeing Ben and wanting to carry on with him. You're an asshole. You may as well have married him.
She's gonna marry and have babies and all sorts. Like, seriously, it's just wild. Like, we can do without you types of people. Like, honestly, it's just a fun. Like, it's just so. It's actually boring. That's what it is. Like, it's boring. It's actually predictable, Sarah. Like, I wanted to like you, but bro, can't even do it. Can't do it. So then Joey and Monica, they kind of talked about, like, first of all, that Monica never said, and she owns it, like, look, I never said, like, I love you to Joey, but also he didn't say that to me either. He didn't touch me either. And she felt like watching back, it was very difficult. It was very embarrassing. That actually it seemed plainly obvious that he wasn't interested in her romantically. And Joey's just like, yeah, we never got out of the friend zone, you know, like, you know, your sister, your sister's your best friend. I think Nick jumped in and was just like, yeah, but blaming the sister is kind of like not taking like accountability. And also maybe the sister saw what the issues that he had, you know. I can't even remember his answer to that, but I don't think he said much.
He was mumbling. He was just mumbling back. But I love that Nick did come in at that point because again, those two, they're not that effective. But at least it's annoying that he kept on bringing up the sister doesn't like me. It's like you're not in a relationship with a sister, and this girl, even though you're not touching her, was still on you. Like you can't keep going back to you didn't like her. Just admit it. Just put your hands up and be like, bro, I didn't really. My feelings never got there, and it's okay. Like, just say it.
No, definitely. I feel like Joey, he's a bit of a joker. So then it turns out that he'd reached out to a few people, you know, and it turns out that he reached out to Madison. Like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, I like your pink hair, kind of thing. And Madison was like, no. What you said was like, I like your pink hair. I wish we could have talked more. And, you know, he said, laughing like it's some sort of joke. Like, I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy? Yeah. So Monica, but what he said to Monica was that Madison was coming on to him at the bar and everything. And Madison is just like, I am appalled. Yeah,
I would be.
Yeah, it's a crazy lie. She's a crazy lie.
I would be appalled as well, Joey.
And then he said to Monica, I didn't say that to you. So Madison had to ask him because Madison was like, look, I asked you about it and you told me that it was just a joke. So what is it? And then Molly was just like, I was there. Like, do you know what I mean? I was there. So yeah, it was just like, oh God, this guy, you got caught in a lie. You thought you could lie your way out of it. You're blaming all these women because I actually don't think you respect them. Like, I don't know. I don't know about Joey. I really don't. I feel like he had much more fun, was much more relaxed with his friends. Like, do you know what I mean? I really, really think that that's where he's most comfortable.
That's his vibe.
That's
his tribe. I think with all the women he was just messing about, he knew that Madison is not going to be interested in him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just for shits and giggles. Just and also to see how Monica was going to be. Absolutely. Like, the guy was just playing about. But that was just silly to just be caught in a lie about that anyway. It's like, just saying, no, I'm just messing about. Like, why are you saying said that? Why are you lying?
Exactly. And apologize for freaking lying. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got caught up, you know, I got caught up. My emotions were all over the place. I got caught up. Do you know what I mean? I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, but Monica being the good person that she is, and I don't know why, I was just like, you know what, you're an amazing son, you're an amazing brother, but you're just not a great romantic partner. Like, you know, you're not amazing anything as far as I'm concerned, but that's just me. That's just me.
It was sad that she let him off like that.
Yeah.
Like, Monica, you also deserved better. You should feel wholly hard done by. She was being way too graceful to him. And he wasn't doing the same. It wasn't like he cared even. He just looked like it was.
You took her for a straight idiot. So then moment number 4 that they're saying is the best moment in the last 5 years was Taylor and Garrett, like with their new looks at the reunion. Why did this make the list?
I didn't get it. Again, who was voting?
Who's exactly?
Like, I was literally like, what? Okay, like
who's their audience? Like, they really.
It ain't us. We are absolutely not.
That was like basic. Like, what are you talking about? How did this make top 5? So we had Dave. It turned to Dave. Nick asked Dave, "What's wrong with you?" And also, how's your sister?
Because she should have been there. She should have been there.
I would at least have loved to see like a video link. Do you know what I mean? Like of his sister breaking it down and what the issue was. Do you know what I mean? I'm convinced this man was just lying the whole time anyway. Like, I just don't think his sister had any sort of, I don't think she cares. I don't think she even knew he was going on the show. Do you know what I mean? I think it was a big lie. And basically he was saying like she just didn't want me to be shown in a bad light, and she did struggle watching it. Lauren said like, you know, like emotionally it was really tough because emotionally she's mature. Her maturity is light years ahead of him, like absolutely light years, which you can basically see. They have talked not so much recently, but he did send her one mature text, like, do you know what I mean? Like kind of apologizing and stuff. And David was saying that he's learned a lot from other couples. And I think, like, again, Nick was saying, can we all agree, like, a booty call, you can have a booty call one day and then fall in love the next kind of thing. And he made everyone put their hands up. So, he really did. He was like, you know, Dave said that he regrets not listening properly. He was asked, Vanessa asked him, was Lauren the one that got away? And he was just like, I think about it all the time. You know, and he said, then Lauren said, like, I don't fully believe you. Like, you've had my number this whole time. You haven't said anything like that. You know, I really wanted to talk to your friends and family at the time. You didn't let that happen. And, you know, Vanessa's like, tell you how you feel. And he's just like, oh, I can't say that right now.
I don't have the words to double lie. I'm not good at lying on the spot. I can lie a little, but now you're gonna make me do a speech that I haven't even practiced. Like, it's literally like, Dave, you're just lying. Just quietly about like, yeah, no, but I really love her. You don't give a shit. I thought it was so, I don't know what. It's like the men all got together and they was like, okay, so our MO is going to be, we are the nicest people, and we're just really pleasant, and the women were fantastic. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Stick to the script. Why are you lying? You didn't like her. It's cool. I wasn't really on it, you know, in the grand scheme of it all. She wasn't my person. And it's okay, don't lie. And have Vanessa trying to be like, this could be your moment. We could get a TV moment here. Poor Lauren had to sit there and be, oh God.
That was ridiculous. That was wrong for Vanessa to even suggest that. Like, go and talk to her. And he was just like, oh, I don't even want to embarrass you. Yeah, because you know, and also embarrass yourself, right? They did talk about the letter as well that he was supposed to give to the sister. And he's like, oh no, I gave it to her. Lauren's like, when? And he was just like, oh, I gave it to her the same day. She was like, how? It was still in your jacket pocket when you came back.
Oh my God. Like, when you say that again, it's making me itch. I was itching. I was literally like, please don't catch the lies like that. It just makes me itch. So why are you lying on the spot to, no, I gave it to her at dinner? Why are you lying? You know you didn't give her shit.
You didn't give her shit, bro. You didn't. And like, you know, Lauren said, like, I've seen in your comments and stuff, like people are calling you a narcissist and a manipulator. And actually, I don't think you're any of those things. And I just thought, girls, stop. If that's what people want to call him, let them call him that. Do you know what I mean? Let him fry for a little bit, man. Do you know?
Dave could have her back.
Yeah. Instantly, I think. Yeah, I don't think it would really take that much, honestly.
No. Yeah. Dave could actually, he could put in two bits of work. Even if it was just like, I just want to sleep with her again. He could do that with her because she was she wasn't angry enough.
No.
It's like played in your face and she was still there. Like, nah.
And the mind, it's been a year, right? So like now you're watching it back. So now you know the truth of what actually was happening. And yeah, you think that's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay at all.
To defend him and do that last bit of like, you know, you don't deserve all the comments that you're getting. I was totally like, Lauren, you're an arsehole and this man will play with you for years. Every so often he will come back and be like, you are the one that got away, bang you for a little while and then move on again.
Before he moves on, he'll be like, yeah, but you, that guy that you slept with. Like,
no, he'll be asking him, who have you been sleeping with? Who's your fuck buddy now? Like, he's never going to run away from that. He's an arsehole. He's just an arsehole. And where is his sister? I needed them to demand more. Like, Dave, honestly, where's your sister?
Yeah.
Because she was a big part of your storyline. She needed to be here.
Honestly, she did. So then we had Molly. The thing is with Molly, she was just like, look, I've got like no ill will against him, but it was difficult watching some of the lies play out. You know, like he did say I was his number one, like over multiple days. He did say that. And you know, could have done more to have like defending Lauren at this point. She was like, you could have done more like with your friends and family. Do you know what I mean? At least let them meet Lauren off camera, you know, and if they are saying negative things or believe negative things, then fuck your friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you should be believing Lauren. Molly is not seeing anybody and she said that she still hates men. And she doesn't have a girlfriend either, which I just thought like that seems so less, because wasn't that what? Like, I was just like, Vanessa, why did we even need to know? I just thought that was so strange. But was that like a desperate, like, oh, we are inclusive? Like, do you know what I mean? Was this to make up for Brittany not being there? Like, I don't know, like, what?
I think so. I think it was to be like, you can be bisexual and come on. I think it was a, you know, because if now you want to be with a woman, cool. Like it was that signaling. But you know, we're open here. It's like,
which is fine. You're not. Your contestants are not. Let's see. Leader into full sense of security. So then in their kind of countdown, number 3 is Laura and Jeremy, where Laura's asking, where were you? And Jeremy is just like, I was at this bar.
Now that to me, that whole scenario should have been number 1, because that was brilliant. that was brilliant. Brilliant moment. Remember Laura's bars when she was gunning her?
Yeah.
Laura needed a whole section to herself. She was phenomenal.
Yeah. Laura didn't play. Laura might be a Karen, but she didn't play. She is
a Karen. Remember Laura was horrible. She was a bitch. But what Jeremy did, what is his name? It's Jeremy. Jeremy or whatever. Yeah. Their mix-up cover. Oh my god, they were a mess. That was great. Yeah. That was a great season.
It was pretty decent. It really was. Yeah, it was actually. Then we had Mason and Meg. Apparently they're best friends now. So they tried dating, but something was off. It wasn't really working. And then they went to Madison, and Madison said that Alex actually was the one that told her that they were dating, and she was happy for them. I was just even uncomfortable with Alex being on the couch, like being involved, having conversations. Like it was just really, really uncomfortable. And I'm convinced that toxic people run this show. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. That there's no way they hadn't heard about what was going on with Alex. So allegedly he's been involved in some behavior with some underage girls, allegedly, like he hasn't been charged with anything like that as far as we know. And Storytime with Ricky has all the tea on that. We just don't, like, do you know what I mean? Like, for them not to cut out his bits, to not say like a thingy, do you know what I mean? Like, not to make any adjustments, for him to be their center, for him to be put in a position where he's challenging other castmates as well. Like, I just thought this was really distasteful, really, really distasteful.
I think the edit could have been definitely, because for Madison to not have her moment, she still could have had that moment, and it's a lot shorter with him.
Yeah.
And her not have so much heat on her. It's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable to see his face, actually. Like, I really was like, nah, how he's being is off anyway. It's weird. It's a weird positioning. And they should have cut it in light of everything. They should have down shorter, definitely.
It was unnecessary. It seemed unnecessary. You didn't need him to make all the points.
No.
Like, you absolutely didn't. And I'm just like, well, when people like that are protected, they're protected by people who do similar things. That's the way I see it. So yeah, I think it's weird. So basically Mason was saying that, you know, Alex was able to see things for what they were with Madison, and Meg was also jumping in and saying like, oh, you know what, Madison, you've really done this like manipulative, you've done this interview recently where you've called Mason manipulative. Sorry, all these M names. And Madison was just like, well, for me and how he came across to me, it was because he said that he was committed to me while he was still talking to you. He did do those things, yeah? But like, I believe that Madison, I actually really like Madison now. I did. I liked her a bit before, but like, I like her a lot more now. And she did convince him to say his commitment, but he too was being manipulative. He was in exactly the same position as Madison. Mason and Madison were in the same position, that they had two people that liked them. That's the only difference. Is one is male, one is female. That's the only difference. They're the same situation going on.
That is it. And she liked the other guy.
Yeah.
And he liked her.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
That's it. So for Meg to be there on being like super self-righteous and being like, you know, because in the pods, she was just like, well, me and you can't be together because I'm not going to be second best. However, you was the one that messaged him to, do you know what I mean? Message him to get into contact because you're fine with being second best. You just didn't want to be second best in that moment, but you're fine with being second best. And what is the result of being second best? Are you guys together today? No. So like, what the fuck?
You know, Madison is good TV. She is. She could definitely be a reality TV star.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like how they had whipped it up that she was the ultimate villain. Like the three of them there, I was literally like, no, there's villainous people. I'd say the only person that probably didn't have a stake in this was Meg, like who was ambling through this. But the three of them were playing. And it just felt like, yeah, the three of us can have our solidarity and we can pick on Madison in this moment. It was literally like, no, that everybody's a villain here. And Meg, you're sitting next to two of them. Like, it's not that. I didn't like that Meg was being stupid and not seeing the play. It's like, bro, if Madison had said to Mason, it's you were getting dropped like a hot potato. Exactly. You only got with him because she didn't choose him.
That's
it.
that's the only reason, like, seriously. Because he even said, you know, when he falls in love, he falls hard. She would have had Mason wrapped around her little finger. There's no choice about it. Like, seriously.
I mean, her picker was off, because to pick Alex was crazy too. But Meg, you just needed to sit there and be like, I would have just been played. I just played. That's basically what happened to you. But really, Madison, you know, she didn't do too much to you. She actually did help you in a way.
She tried. She actually really tried.
It was fun, but
yeah,
kind of tried-ish.
She tried. She warned him about what he was about, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was down to Meg to make a decision. Meg chose on the show to say, I don't want to be second best. That's what she chose to do. Then after the show, she was just like, no, I'm fine. Let's try. Let's do our own reveal. Do you know what I mean? Let's try. Alex is just a weird one, because there is no motivation for what he done. Like, what, you feel sorry for Mason, so you're gonna shame Madison? What? Like that? There's no way that makes you, like, I don't see how that is making you a great person. It just doesn't, to me. Like, it seems really weird. She picked you. Like, do you want to be with Mason? Like, that's my question. Like, I don't know, like, because this seems weird. It was strange.
You may have a penchant on that. I think Alex is so strange. He definitely, even how he was looking, has that sociopath type of look about him as well. I think this was just a big game. Like, he just wanted to get a woman to like him, and play with her. That's literally it. So it's like he doesn't really care about Mason either. It was just to play with her. Could have been anyone, basically, really, that he was going to play with. He's a sicko.
Yeah. And then Madison is sitting there, and because Alex is chatting some crap about her, and, you know, because Madison's saying, like, look, you don't even like Mason. You said that you don't check for him. What do you call it? Yeah, and said something else, I can't remember. And she's just like, well, I've got screenshots, and she pulls out some printouts from her top of her dress, and then she starts talking, reading through the screenshots, and no, it didn't. I wanted it to eat so bad, but the thing is, because we watched the ultimatum and we had, what was the girl's name? I can't remember. And she had the screenshots on her nail, and all you had to do was scan. It was so well done, and it was so clear on what the messaging was in those screenshots that it was really executed well. QR code, yes, when she had that was done so well. So bringing out the dusty thing, it wasn't giving.
She tried so much to have a moment. It was almost there. I mean, even if there was loads, like, it maybe if she had more pages, it would have got to the fire. But it wasn't fire. It was just like, oh, God, Madison, man, you were so close. You were so
close. But the thing is that people were saying it didn't prove anything. You know what it does, though? It does show a pattern, because if you look at what story time with Ricky has shown, and how Alex texts, and how he responds to things, how he says, like, I've been saying bad things about people, I've been doing this and that. He almost has like half a confession without saying what he's actually done. Like, do you know what I mean? And he's very careful about that because of things like this. So like, I feel like it definitely shows a pattern. So like, it's not.
I'm putting it back on the person.
Yes,
like he went back and blamed her like, stop talking, so now I'm not going to tell you anything. It's like he has that is true, but it wasn't it wasn't Alex saying Mason is an asshole.
Exactly.
You didn't give us that. So it was a bit like, oh, dude.
Yeah, I think it's without that wider knowledge, it doesn't mean anything. It looks really weak. It really does look really weak, unfortunately. But I believe Madison, though. I believe her.
Yeah.
I believe he said those things. I don't think he gives a shit about Mason at all. He was just trying to get some sort of screen time. So then quickly, number 2 in their countdown, they had Lauren and Cameron meeting. Is it Lauren? Lauren and Cameron meeting for the first time? Yeah. Cute moment, happy for them. I think like them meeting for the first time wasn't the moment though. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's so many other, like when he met her dad, like
That's
do you know what I mean?
Moment.
Yeah.
That's a moment. I was literally like, okay, like it was a standard reveal to me. Well, a standard reveal of a couple that like each other, but nothing sensational. It's like this is dry. They had moments. And even their moments aren't the best moments. There's better. How was Micah and Paul was his name? Oh, Micah and Kwame not a moment?
Oh yes, that's true. Also, what was Micah's friend? The one who said that
Shelby.
No, Shelby as well. Also, no, her friend in the pods that got with Bliss's husband. Irina, who said that he looked like a cartoon. How? When she had to sit down, when she was laughing in his face. How is that not a top moment?
Sit down, please. And she was like, I can't look at you properly. I've got to look side. Come on now. I was like, those moments were shit. We've had some moments, man.
We've had some absolute moments. Like when Clay said no to AD and her family immediately got up in unison and moved the hell out of it. That's a moment. Ridiculous. Okay, so then we got Taylor and Daniel. They showed them, they talked about Christmas and stuff, that actually his mum unfortunately got leukemia, but now she is cancer free. And while she was doing treatment, I think the brother lived near the hospital or something like that, so the family was able to stay there, which was really, really nice. They bought their first home together as well, which was really cool. And that's all the notes I've got for that. It was nice, but that was about it. Dry, but that was it.
I was like, that's nice for them. It's lovely that they're able to buy a house. Their parents probably helped them out. They'll probably have kids next year round and they'll be back on again.
Yeah, definitely. Then they done a sock bin challenge, which I thought was a liberty. But Monica's house has a sock bin where all the socks go in. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, all your socks are in one bin. And if you need socks, you take it out of the bin, which interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't know about all that. communal living. And then they had their number one clip was Jessica and Jimmy, when Jimmy does not choose Jessica, and she says, when you realize what you've done, you're gonna choke, you're gonna need your EpiPen.
It was a moment, but it's not number one.
It's not number one. It really isn't. It really isn't at all. Seriously. Oh, Barty's versus the Brothers. Do you remember that?
No, that's the season I didn't watch. That's the one I have.
Serious?
Yeah.
It looked like it was gonna get serious, you know. It looked like it was gonna get serious. Barty's was ridiculous. Okay, so then we see AD comes out because she's alumni, and she starts talking about her new podcast, What's the Reality, which I haven't watched yet. Have you watched any of it yet?
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah,
it's all right. Okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say good, but it's all right. It's kind of watchable. Maybe she'll warm into it. Like she'll get there. Yeah.
You know, AD, have I said this before? And Kaz from Love Island give me the same energy, like that high energy.
I absolutely see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're similar girls. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like they'll be friends. They could be friends easily.
Oh, Sid said AD's podcast is dry. It is. it's lackluster. But I don't know. I feel like she'll. I hope so. I think she'll get there.
Yeah. Oh yes, you're right. Nick Lachey did say to Ben when the Jimmy clip went, "This is the guy that you're getting advice from." Yes, he did say that. That was very funny. So then AD, she also is on Perfect Match as well with our very own Ollie from Love Island UK. Love is Blind. Sorry, I always do that. Same thing. No, I'm joking. So let's show part of the clip. So they've just done. So picture they've just done the promo. Oh my god, no. Sorry. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, this is going nuts now.
Mocha is saying the episode on her podcast today was really good. Ollie was there. Yeah, I watched that one. That's better. Still not quite. But the one that she did with the season 7 girls.
Yeah.
Marissa, it's a bit awkward. I don't know. AD is she's a little bit awkward.
Oh, is she?
It doesn't feel free flowing. Like she still feels you're watching it and I can feel her nerves. So
yeah,
jumpy in. Yeah, it's not a pleasant watch yet. But I hope she'll get there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So they just done their promo, yeah? Literally. So say the top of this dune, sand dune, right? The top of this dune, they've just done a thing and then he's walking her down, right?
Are you comfortable? What do you mean? Are your feet okay? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Ollie, what's happening?
I've got my best friend, the love of my life. I've never felt as happy or as I have since I'm meeting you. And nothing would make me happier than to spend the rest of my life loving you. I'm the Desiree Smith. Will you marry me? That yes? I'm serious.
Oh my god, so happy.
Yeah, so
that was cute.
It was very cute.
I want you guys in the comments. I'm not seeing any apologies for when I said that this is Ollie, and everybody was like, "No, Nanny, he only likes white girls. He only likes white girls." I'm not getting the sorries coming in now.
Nah, I'm sorry. No. What I'm sorry for is that that you believe that this is 100% real without.
Oh, here we go. The dude can do no wrong. Right.
No. You think he set that up? They literally like what just shouted apologies true. They literally just finished their promo. You think he said? Did you see the shot where it was like through the flowers?
All I'm saying is, I always said the dude. I believe him that he likes dark-skinned girls. Or I said I believe him that white is not his preference. I kept on saying it.
I don't know. I can't remember what I said.
His preference as well, and. The comments, it was a barrage of no, Nana, you are wrong. Now look at this. He's getting engaged. He's engaged to a dark-skinned girl. She is beautiful. They are in love. He's still not getting any one. We like it for Ollie. He's still not getting no praise. It's still no, it has to be false. It can't be real. Why can it not be real?
I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying facts. I think production put that together. He was filming something. He didn't put that together himself. It's impossible.
Even if he'd been doing it with production, he said he was planning the moment that they were going to have their engagement for months, and she didn't know. That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah, I you know what? Yeah. I'm all for love. I really am. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really am. I'm not connecting with this union at this moment in time. I'm not connecting with it. And it is my right to give me a little bit of time to digest. Yeah.
Thank you, Elsid. I have been on Ollie's side. I have.
You have from the very, very beginning. From the very beginning. I'm definitely more skeptical. I'm definitely more skeptical. I'm just very kind of like, this whole thing is a machine. They're on the Perfect Match. We're gonna watch. Perfect Match comes out this summer. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna watch their journey. It's like, if this was the UK, it's like seeing them on it's like seeing one of them on The Only Way Is Essex. It's like Gabby and Casey, and one of them on Love Island. Them coming together and doing a shoot with OK Magazine, then going on another show, and then getting engaged after that. It's a journey. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's giving produced.
Let's see if they get to having their wedding. I'm up for it anyway.
Yeah.
I believe, and why I probably believe them more is they could have shown more of their relationship. If this was really like pure press, and you know, it could be the long game. Not saying that either. I don't know them, but I think that they were kind of keeping it behind closed doors for a series amount of time.
Yeah,
I'm more inclined to believe. I truly believe that these two are in love. I believe them, and let's see.
Them keeping it behind closed doors is also in the producer's interest because they're in Perfect Match. Now, her podcast and this Perfect Match promo started from that reunion last night, so it's all in alignment with the timeline. You see, when you're running a project and you have like different marketing moments, this was plotted into the marketing moments, which makes me.
Are you believing that they are not in love? You're believing?
No, I'm not saying they're not in love, but I feel like I just need more time to digest the capitalization of their love.
Okay. Which I don't hate. I appreciate, like, cost of living and everything else. If you got to get that production money in, do whatever you got to do. But I believe that. I truly am. Like, I didn't get teary. Like, I don't know why Virginia was crying. Maybe it was very emotional in the studio. I didn't get teary about it, but I did smile a lot when I saw that they were engaged. I was like,
you would.
I like this. I like this for Ollie. I like this for cousin Ollie.
You like this for you.
I get to be smug because I bet on him, and that bet paid off.
No, I'm just, I don't know, man. Well, I mean, like, if they're happy, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? If you like it, I love it. Seriously, that's what you want to do. But yeah, I think I will watch the episode where she's talking to Ollie. I will watch that. I would be interested to know what Charlotte and Demi think about this. I would be interested to know their timelines too. Oh
my god!
No, I'm not saying anything nefarious. My hands are up. I'm not saying anything nefarious, but I'm just saying, like, we watched Love Is Blind UK, and there were issues with the timeline. There were things that we didn't know. Charlotte never told her story fully. Do you know what I mean? So we don't know. That's my thing. So, like, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I can't believe someone will change that drastically, that much in that short amount of time. Like, that's not usually without deep
why would that be such a journey?
Huh?
Demi, even in the reunion, Demi was like, Ollie's a good guy, he's just not my guy. Charlotte said the same thing,
well, like what do you call it? We just had Lauren say that Dave was a good guy. We just had, do you know what I mean? People say a lot on reunions. What does that mean?
No, I mean, that's two women who had dated him and they didn't slate him.
I'm not saying that he's not a good person. It doesn't mean there still aren't issues with your timelines, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, and if those people don't talk or don't have the full situation, of course they're gonna think you're a good person. or that they don't have the full information about everything. But anyway, I am happy that they're happy. I'm happy there's another black couple. That's lovely. Do you know what I mean? I am happy about that. But yeah, I'm gonna need some time. Yeah.
Thank you, Elsie. Thank you. I'm not even trying to convince anybody. I literally do not know them. But and Ollie wouldn't come on our platform anyway. So
No, he would.
I'm still just half riding for him because I still think the way I went in for that boy, he actually owed us an interview, but he didn't give it because he also saw stuff.
What did he see?
He saw some episodes, so he wasn't on it.
He was just
He
like,
thought
no,
he thought he was gonna get cooked.
not them. So yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I'm happy for them. They look cute. I haven't finished the episode, but I watched maybe like 15 minutes. It seemed like it was going to be a good one. You know, he's good at. I didn't watch the girls either because somebody put like what is in that episode with the other girls, so I will finish that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for AD. If she's
yeah,
happy.
well, she looks well. She looks ecstatic. You know, Clay even did his little like, I'm happy for her.
Oh, is it? Well, he has to be. What's he gonna say?
He should have said nothing.
He should have said nothing, but you know he can't help himself. Seriously, but yeah. Okay, guys.
Christian Grey said, I still am not convinced, but maybe I'm just a hater. Laugh out loud.
Only you will know that, Christian. I don't think so, but only you will know that. I don't. Yeah. So, guys, I think that's it for today. God, that was a long one today. We didn't get to maths, unfortunately, so we'll pick that up next week. Nana and I were also talking. Hi, Iola. Nana and I were also talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did you ever used to watch it before?
Probably up to season 11.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So I'm out. What are they on now? Like 17 or something? I've
18,
missed.
I thought, but yeah, I don't know.
I've missed quite a few years.
Okay, cool. I don't have that much info on them. I didn't watch it at all, I don't think, in the beginning, so I'll be new to this. But we're going to give that again a go as well. So we're adding that to our roster because it's just started. Yeah, episode 1 dropped this week, so we're going to add that. But yeah, no maths today, and it's black. Yeah, because can't lie, Joe, Yvonne, love you guys down. Yeah, but maths, it is interesting, but there's no black, so it's hard. It's hard, and it's a fundamental. It's
really difficult. It's difficult to latch on, to want to watch them consistently, to care. Hard.
Yvonne says it gets better.
Okay. We're trying.
We are trying.
But
we are trying. Okay, cool. But I think Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be hilarious. I'm looking forward to watching that. But yeah, we're going to continue, and so we'll join you again, or you will join us again next week, Tuesday. Really appreciate everyone who joined us today. Make sure you book that like button. Shout out to all our moderators, Yvonne and Dami, and Bardi, and I can't remember who else. Simsima as well. How can I forget
as well?
And who? Dami. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that was everyone.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you also watch stuff on our other channels as well. Obviously, Aunties Could Never. Our interview with Midday Auntie is still there. Please watch it. It is so funny. I actually watched it again. I never rewatched shows, and I actually rewatched it again, and it's just so freaking hilarious. I love that girl. I actually really love her.
It's such a good episode. I'm so glad that people we're getting to see who she is as well. I really like that because she is a great girl.
Yeah,
So
she
support her
is.
channel as well. But it's a very good episode, and leave us comments and subscribe, please.
Yes,
On
please.
the road to 8K, we're almost there. So make it happen.
Woo! We'll get on there, baby. Okay. How did you unrig your back? How did you unbig your back? Yeah, I did say that. I need
Yes.
tips. I need freaking tips. Yeah, it's so funny, man. But guys, geez, I gotta go. Guys, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.